Welcome everybody, and thank you for tuning in. I am excited to bring you today's video. It's just going to be a short one. We're just going to talk about the single cameo that I recently won. I am just so absolutely in love with this piece. I collect cameos. I love cameos. I love learning about them. And this piece is probably one of my favorite ones that I've gotten over the years of collecting. I recently won this, believe it or not, in a Goodwill auction. And it is so absolutely beautiful. And I figured we would do kind of like a deep dive into this particular piece because I think a lot of us like learning about cameos, and I figured maybe it would be a good one for everybody to share. So let's, I guess, get into it. So if you don't know me, my name is Leslie. I am with Black Dog Vintage, and if you hear dogs in the background, I have a new foster dog, and Angel and him are playing. So yes, that is the two of them. Okay, just had to prevent that from getting too far. Okay, so anyway, so this cameo is a shell cameo, and this is absolutely gorgeous. So you know it's a shell cameo. One of the things that you can identify a shell cameo is by the fact that it is curved on the inside. So this interior portion, you can tell there's a curve. Oops, there's a curve to it. So that is, and you can kind of see it from the reflection, the curve in the reflection. Also, you can kind of see it from how the, how I guess this is, like the bezel is kind of curved also. So if you can tell that the bezel has like a curve to it, you can tell here that it's curved, then you know that that's a genuine shell cameo. Because shells are naturally curved. So this is a carved cameo. Cameos are often depicting portraits, and a lot of times they are portraits of a Roman or a Greek god or goddess, usually goddesses. It's more rare to have men, and the men are more valuable. And it's also when the portrait is facing this direction, that is more valuable too. She's facing this direction though. But this is the Greek goddess Demeter. And I know that she's Demeter because there is wheat. This is wheat strands or wheat stalks in her hair. You can see the little wheat in her hair. And if you Google image search, you can see very similar portraits as well, but once you kind of get to learn some of the portraits, you will start to be able to identify them a little bit better. But this is Demeter, and Demeter is the goddess of the harvest. So this one is Demeter, and it's she's actually very nicely carved. She's got a lot of detail. You can actually see, let's see if I can get this to zoom in a little bit better. You can actually see like a lot of nice detail in the eyes, and in her mouth. You can see like the little indent in her nose, even in her throat, all of the hair, everything. A lot of really nice detail here. Very nice. So this piece, when I got it, there was no markings on it whatsoever. So here's the back, and there was no markings on this whatsoever. So usually when these come in, I'll see like an 800 mark, a 525, 925 on occasion, or it'll say sterling or something. And in this case, there was no markings whatsoever, but it does have kind of like a tarnished silver look to it. So I am going to do a silver test, and we'll see what comes up on it. Okay, so I have my block here, and then I like to use the 18 karat for the testing because I personally struggle, maybe it's my eyesight or whatever, I personally struggle with being able to see the colors very well with the silver testing. So the testing is like in that orange, and then when you put it on the board, it just all blends together. So I like to use the 18 karat because you can see pretty well if it turns that bluish color. So I'm going to go ahead and rub a corner of this onto here to get a good mark. There we go. I think that's pretty good. And we're going to put a dab of a couple drops of the 18 karat on here. And hopefully we have silver. And it does look like that is turning blue. Yeah, that definitely looks blue to me. So that looks like this is silver. So, yeah. Yeah, that looks blue. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, that looks pretty blue. So I believe that that's at least 800 silver, maybe a little bit more. I'm not great at knowing exactly the how much silver is in there, but I would say that's silver, or at least has silver content in there. So this is definitely got some silver content in its frame. It is not marked though. It is a carved shell cameo of Demeter, and it is gorgeous. I have been wrong. So I am not an expert, but I am just going by what the things that I've learned over the years. So I would love to know everybody else's opinions. What do you think? I love this cameo. This cameo will be for sale. So let me know what you guys think of it. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And I'm personally in love with this cameo. And it will be available. I'm not sure, probably one of my live sales coming up, or possibly on eBay. Thanks, everybody. Bye.